Everyone is going to be discounting their product, so just wait, just hold on. Today's episode is holiday prep and Black Friday. Right now, more than ever, it is so important to have your non-negotiables. Black Friday is literally around the corner. This is my sales strategy, and that way I'm not manically buying things on Black Friday. It's an inexpensive gift, but for me, it's one of those things that I really treasure. One of the best gifts that I have ever received, which is Hello, friends, and welcome back to another episode of the Dream Bigger podcast. You guys, I am back with a solo. I know I fell off a little bit and I've been really behind on the solos, but I am back and I'm back with a bunch of solos coming up. So you guys have asked me when the solos are coming back. Honestly speaking, it's just been a busy few months. And so I was prioritizing a lot of the interviews, but December is all about the solos, as is now, because we're talking pre-holiday prep, Black Friday, all of the things. And then December, we go into my Glow Up series, which I know you guys love and you guys have been asking for. And it's just really nice to hear that, you guys do enjoy specific series, because I will continue to work on it. And yes, it is coming back. So today's episode is basically holiday prep and Black Friday. So I don't mean this from a business standpoint. If you guys are curious about this, let me know in the comments / review section, because if you guys are interested in Black Friday / holiday prep from a business perspective, I can do a wrap up after we do our Black Friday sale this year. And I can actually bring Nish in for that one, because we both have a lot to say about that. There's a lot of robust strategy, but that is not what this episode is about. This episode is about holiday prep, meaning how we can do everything that we need to do in order to feel our best throughout the holiday season. And then all the Black Friday prep, as in how to figure out what we're shopping for, gift suggestions, how to manage finances during this time, et cetera, et cetera. So I am very excited to dive into this entire episode. And so let's start with holiday prep. So health amidst holiday madness is, I think, what I want to first focus on. And I have my phone out because my iPad is not syncing with my notes. And so I have my notes here on my phone. So first things first, I think with holidays, we put a lot of pressure on ourselves to be perfect, while also perfect from a health perspective. And I know that there can be a lot of stress that comes along with the holidays, feeling a lot of guilt around the fact that you may be enjoying all these dinners and social plans, and you may just be off your game when it comes to how you prioritize health throughout the year. So I think I want to start there, because I feel like just that stress actually does so much more harm than good, because that stress is kind of what keeps your body from digesting food properly. Stress also slows down metabolism. It keeps us from having good sleep. And so stress is really the root cause of so much, that if we can, we should try to keep it at bay as much as we possibly can. That being said, I know that it doesn't feel good if all we do for 2 months straight is just eat and drink and eat and drink. I do think that there is a way to draw some balance into it, even though you may be skewing more to the social / indulgent side. Okay. So I think first things first is, right now, more than ever, it is so important to have your non-negotiables. Okay. This time of year is busy, and I really do think that having those non-negotiables will just make you feel good about what you've accomplished no matter what, right? So I've said this before. For me, my non-negotiables is I will always go out for a walk, no matter what. That is an every single day thing. And I will get in a little bit of journaling every single morning. These are the two very baseline things that I do. And no matter what, so those are the two daily baseline things that I do. Then across the week, when I look at what my baseline is, I also add in 3 days of workouts. Okay. That is, again, that's my minimum. I will get in 3 workouts a week, no matter what. in a perfect week, I'm doing 5 to 6 days. But during this time of year, there's absolutely no way in hell I'm getting 5 to 6 days. I'm going to be so honest with you guys. There's just no way. Like I have dinner things, I have work things in the evening. I mean, even just this week is chaotic, right? So the 3 days is my minimum across the week. So figure out what your non-negotiables are. They may not be the same as mine, but figure out what they are for you. And those are the things that you should hold on to. And your non-negotiables should be things that are like fairly easy and within reach. So what I mean by that is, I know I can go out for a 15-minute walk in the morning. I actually have no excuses. Even if I wake up a little bit later, which doesn't really happen, but hypothetically, I woke up late and, I woke up at 8:45 and I have to jump on a call, which this has never happened. But let's just say, hypothetically, it does. I would just take my first call on a walk. You must bring that idea of non-negotiables into your day, I think, because that is really what keeps you sane throughout all of the disruptions to your schedule that may happen around the holidays. Number 2, the most consistent piece of advice I have gotten from every single person I know in fitness, whether it's, friends who are in fitness or people I've interviewed on this podcast, what they have said is people who see the best results commit to consistency over the length of time that they're working out. So what this means is, if you're the type of person who arrives at the holiday seasons, or honestly speaking, any busy period of time where you're like, oh shit, well, I can't get the 1 hour workout in, so I guess I don't work out at all. And then this continues on daily, and then it becomes like weeks and weeks where you've not really gotten a workout in because you had no time to get in a full hour. So I think based on this advice, what I recommend is just getting in a 20-minute session. I personally love Pilates by Bryony on days where I only have like a short period of time. Her workouts are so good. They're so effective. They're so quick. And no matter what, even if I've not had time to get a full 40 minutes or an hour or whatever in, I just feel leaving good. I just leave feeling good. So, I know that I've done something good for my body because again, that consistency adds up over time. Even if it was only 20 minutes or 15 minutes that I had to give, no problem. And then the other thing is, even if you move for a small period of time, you know that you're getting the mental health benefits. I know that I can say this again as a universal truth that you always feel better after the workout. Think about if ever in your life you have gone into a workout and left being like, damn, I shouldn't have done that. That's never happened, okay? Even on days where I feel so tired and, I'm driving myself to the gym and I'm like, oh, damn, I don't have it in me. I still do the workout and I still feel better than when I arrived at the gym. So, even the 20 minutes, you will feel better, so much better after you do it. So again, I think that consistency and that commitment is so much more important than the length of time that you work out. So whatever it is, commit to the number of days that you want to work out in the week and commit to even just the smallest amount of time that you can do that. I think that really does make a big difference. Then I think when it comes to social life / plans, this time of year is obviously a lot heavier in terms of how often you're going out. I mean, over the last 3 weeks, I think I've been out 3 to 4 times a week, which is very unusual for me. I mean, I don't think it's usual for anyone, but this time of year, that's kind of just, par for the course. Everyone is out multiple times a week. And so when that starts to happen, I start to kind of I'm no longer eating like I would when I go out once a week, right? Because essentially I'm going out way more than just 1-2 times a week. And so I then have to think about, okay, I still want to do good for my body. So I'm not just, eating a burger all 5 days as an example, right? Instead, what I'm doing is I will either get a salad and then salad with protein, obviously, and then share fries. So as an example, a lot of the things that I'm invited to, whether it's with girlfriends or small dinner things, a lot of it happens at Sunset Towers. Okay, this is just an example. I get a salad for myself and then my friends or whoever I'm out with, will get fries to share. Or I'll always recommend that we get fries as a sharing dish for the table. Or, if you are the one picking a restaurant, maybe pick somewhere which is like a little bit healthier. So another good recommendation, if we are the ones who are picking a dinner spot or we are kind of suggesting where to go, I always recommend Matu, which is in LA, but it's a steak restaurant. Or I'll recommend sushi because all of those things are like really clean. And steak is great if you're going out for a business dinner or even a group dinner, whatever it is, but you are being able to eat something really clean. And you know that you're not going to leave that dinner feeling bloated or heavy or whatever it is. So I would recommend that. And if you can't even do any of that, then at least get like some sort of like a side salad for the table to share so that you're getting your greens in. Make sure you are prioritizing some kind of protein as well. I feel like that's really helpful. Is that the coffee? Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. So yeah, I think, again, like getting a side of fries a side salad or prioritizing protein. These are all things that will just ensure that not only are you enjoying the social gatherings that you're going to, but you also leave feeling like you did a little bit of something good for yourself. So I really do believe that we shouldn't be compromising on time with friends or family or, just social gatherings, whether it be for work or whatever that you're invited to at this time of year. I know that there's plenty. I'm invited to so many things, but doing these little things, I think, goes a really, really long way. And then that way as well, I think the thing with health and wellness is making it sustainable and seeing how you can fit it into your life. And so I never want to be in a place where my like journey for like wellness and health is keeping me away from living life and, going with the seasons of life. Rather, I'm using everything that I know about health and wellness and kind of making it work for my life. And those are my systems. The other thing I will say is that, again, at this time of year, if you, for example, have a lot of travel coming up or, you have a lot more late nights than normal, I think, again, having certain defenses in your back pocket is really important. So I personally take our Tribiotic from Array every single day. Guys, I know I sound biased when I talk about how incredible our products are, but really our product for the Tribiotic is a pre, pro, and postbiotic along with an immunoglobulin, which is a toxin binder. And basically, when I take this, I just don't get sick. It doesn't matter if I have had, a long flight or a long night. It doesn't really matter. It just keeps my immune system in tip-top shape. So just make sure that you have like tools in your toolbox to help you if you're putting your immune system in jeopardy. Of course, as well, with the changing seasons, our immune system is kind of like adapting to it and all of the things. So I take Tribiotic every single morning. And if I ever feel like I'm on the cusp of getting sick, then I'll have wellness formula as well. I haven't really felt that way at all this season. I'm so grateful to say. But if I ever do feel like, okay, I'm really pushing it and maybe I've woken up with a bit of a scratchy throat or something like that, wellness formula. And that combination usually gets rid of anything before it really manifests into something major. And I will say, again, because of how heavy travel can be during this season, I always travel with both of these two things. So wellness formula, when I'm traveling, I'm taking wellness formula every single day. And I take Tribiotic obviously every single day as well. And it's because when I'm traveling, my body is obviously under a little bit more strain. So that's kind of my defense lineup. Now, I want to move on to Black Friday prep. So Black Friday is literally around the corner. And I would recommend, please don't buy anything until we are at Black Friday. Just wait, okay? You are almost there. And I can promise you all the brands are either going to hike up their sale numbers, or if they are not currently having a sale, they're going to magically have a sale during Black Friday. Everyone is going to be discounting their product. So just wait, just hold on, okay? And I think as well, when it comes to Black Friday, the obviously opposite end of the spectrum is that you get really excited because everything is on sale and you get really overwhelmed, and then you end up buying everything under the sun, and then, you have spent all of this money. Guys, Black Friday also doesn't mean that money is free money. It just means that you need to, you're getting more out of the money that you would spend because obviously things are on sale, but you still need to have systems in place to ensure that you are not overspending. So I think the pre-Black Friday period is so important because you need to start to get really intentional about what you want to buy. I've said this before, I will say it again, have a running wish list on your phone of all the things that you want. And I have that going from the beginning of the year. And I think what that does is it gives you clarity because sometimes things will sit on your wish list and then you'll revisit that wish list and you'll be like, I didn't even want that thing, right? And what it does is instead of when we want something, we're so tempted to just go buy it right away because it gives you that dopamine hit. Once you kind of stagger it out, you've like put it somewhere so you know that you want it. And then you come back to it. Maybe you decide that you don't want it at all. Okay. So that's option number one. Or option number two, you have that running wish list and you arrive at Black Friday and lo and behold, it's on sale and you still want it. So absolutely go out and buy it. So I would say that. And also when it comes to wish list items, again, I would encourage you to be really intentional about why something is on your wish list to begin with. Is it because there really is a gap in your closet, or is it really because, you need that makeup because you emptied something else out, or whatever it is? Really evaluate why something is even on your wish list and be really intentional about that. Because what I think is really important is that we don't just go and overconsume and buy things that we don't really need. So just get really intentional about why you're buying what you're buying or why you want what you want. So I would say that. And then number two is outside of the wish list that you have, I have it on my notes app, but I also go and heart specific things. Like I put it on my wish list, like my online wish list across like different retailers. So as an example, Sephora, this is my sales strategy. That way I'm not overwhelmed when the sale comes around because I'm not then browsing the site and getting really tempted. So I remember when I was younger, I would go on when the Sephora sale would come around, I would end up spending so much money because I was just like manically adding things to my cart. I don't do that anymore. I just heart things in advance. And if it's an empty or something that I really want to try, just add it to my cart way ahead of the sale. And then I'm just checking out of the sale. You know what I mean? Like I don't have this like dopamine response or this like manic episode. So Sephora is just an example. Obviously, beyond that, it's like the Net-a-Porters, the Forwards, the My Teresas of the world. Like these are all places that I shop from. But again, I'm hearting things in advance. And if I know I'm like definitely buying something, I'll just add it into my cart. And that way I'm not manically buying things on Black Friday. And then the last thing I will say is, guys, set a budget. Okay. There is absolutely no reason we should be overspending and going into credit card debt to float our shopping addiction because of Black Friday. Please don't fall into that trap because it really is a trap. I think, again, being intentional is one part of it. And the other one is having a set budget. And obviously now is the right time to go buy gifts and all of that as well. And you get the most bang for your buck. But either way, you need to have a budget set aside and don't go over that budget. I highly, highly recommend that you are intentional about that. Okay, moving on to the last part of my little pre-holiday prep episode is my gift ideas. So I have been kind of putting together this list based on gifts that either I've gotten or things that I'm getting for people, things that I think are amazing gifts to give based on gifts I've given to people already. So earlier this year for my birthday, my team got me one of the best gifts that I have ever received, which is a parachute robe, like a white fluffy robe from Parachute Home with my initials on it, along with a matching pair of slippers. I love this because this is really the gift for, the girl that has everything or is difficult to shop for, because who doesn't want a beautiful fluffy robe? I think it is the coziest, most thoughtful present to give. And I loved that it was customized with my initials. So Parachute Home does that. And I know that they have a Black Friday sale because I actually shopped their sale last year. So I would get that for someone in your life. Obviously, have to mention Array because it's a great stocking stuffer. I, of course, give it as a gift to everyone I know. Also, our capsule cases are really cute. I don't know if you guys have seen them, but they're basically these like gorgeous aluminum tubes that fit our capsules. So I just stick it into my purse at all times. Especially when I'm going out for dinner, I just whip it out. It looks like a gorgeous lip gloss. So that is also a really nice gift, I think. I love candles. I think that they're really classic. My two favorites are Loewe and Not Your Standard. I think both are so luxe and chic, and who doesn't appreciate a candle? I personally love when someone gives me a candle. Actually, one of the Loewe candles in my home was a gift from two of my friends, and I absolutely adore it. Lola blankets. Guys, these are the softest, coziest blankets of all time. Like, I cannot even express to you how plush and soft and beautiful it is. I have two Lola blankets around my house, always get complimented on it. People always ask where it's from. I use them every single day. It is so comforting, and I really think it is such a thoughtful gift to give. Heaven Mayhem just released a card set, which looks like a centerpiece for a table. It is so beautiful. So, if you are wanting to give like a fun little card set to a friend, get the Heaven Mayhem ones. It comes with this case essentially, and it's just stunning. So love that as well. Another good gift is a lighter. So I saw one on Moda Operandi from a brand called Eddie Parker. I don't know how to say it, but it's this like beautiful crystal lighter, which again, I think is a really fun gift either on its own or to gift with a candle. I think this lighter is so chic. I am getting it for myself. And yeah, I highly recommend it. If you know someone who's interested in body care or self-care in general, Osea always has really great gift sets, and I always recommend them because their body oil and their body wash are two of my favorite body care products. It literally leaves my skin feeling so soft and so smooth, and it's just so nourishing. The body oil like makes your skin look tighter. I can't even explain it to you. It's an incredible product, so I highly recommend that as well. For anyone in your life who likes, like if you want to give like a nice little cute little piece of jewelry, I really love AJ. Their holiday collection is amazing. I just got these earrings from them. They're like they're gold with this like red resin in the middle. It's beautiful. It looks like a vintage like 80s earrings. So I feel like they're a real centerpiece of an outfit, which I love. So highly recommend that. I personally love getting mugs. Okay, it's an inexpensive gift, but for me, it's one of those things that I really treasure, and it always reminds me of the person that got it for me. So Amber Interior has beautiful mugs. I think they're like, I mean, they're just gorgeous. Like, cannot recommend more. And then if the person you're gifting to likes kitschier things, obviously a kitschy mug as well, I love. My brother has gifted me two Harry Potter themed mugs, which I use every other day, and I'm obsessed with them. And then my assistant Mac has given me an office mug which says "World's Best Boss." It's like the Michael Scott mug, and I am obsessed with that mug too. So a lot of the presents that I've gotten that I like really I use every day and I hold so close to my heart are mugs. And I just think it's like a really fun, thoughtful gift to give. It's again like a really good stocking stuffer because it's inexpensive. The other thing I will say is kitchen towels. Again, this is a good stocking stuffer, but I think that a chic kitchen towel really elevates the look of a space. And so anytime I have gotten a kitchen towel as a gift from a friend, I've really appreciated it. I don't know if this is a sign of being in your 30s. Like, what am I talking about, right? Like kitchen towels, but yes, like that makes me deeply happy. And I'm sure there are other people in your life who would really appreciate kitchen towels because it's one of those things that I think you don't buy for yourself, but you always need. And if it looks nice, then it's just an added bonus. Again, our team actually made us this like really cute boo basket for I think it was like National Bosses Day, which was like the cutest thing I've ever seen. And part of it was kitchen towels, and I loved that gift. So clearly I'm getting a lot of these gift ideas from our team. They're smart people that we hired, you know. Okay. Next up, for the bookworm in your life, a Kindle. I am obsessed with my Kindle, you guys. I use it every single day. It is, I think, one of the best gifts you can give to someone, especially if they haven't yet switched to Kindle, because I was one of these people who swore that I would never switch to Kindle because I loved the feel of paper books, and I still love that feel. But my reading addiction, I call it addiction because I go through like 30 books a year, and my home could no longer fit these books. And so if you know someone who's a reader like me, or they like to read and they have a smaller space, I'm telling you, just get them a Kindle. It will change their life. I never thought I would switch over, but I switched over 3 years ago, or maybe it was 4 years ago. And I actually don't know what I was doing before this Kindle. It is so good. So highly recommend a Kindle for anyone in your life who loves to read. And then if you are wanting to splurge a little bit more and get something like, you know, a little bit higher end for the person in your life, I love jewelry, and like real jewelry, not like costume jewelry. You can go either the lab grown route or the real stone route. For lab grown, I really love Orate. I have one of their bracelets on actually right now. If you can see it on the camera, it's this one right here. So it's like this beautiful mixed metal with, I think it's lab grown sapphires that's in it. I think it's really beautiful. I love it. And I always get complimented on it. So that's Orate. And I think I have a code with them, which I'm going to find for you guys. So give me a second. Let's see here. Okay. My code with them is SIFFAT20, SIFFAT20 for 20% off. I don't know if you'll need the code given the fact that we are going into Black Friday time period. And so they're probably going to be on sale as it is, but wanted to share it either way in case it's relevant. Oh, and I'm actually also wearing a ring from Orate. I completely forgot. So this ring on my index finger is Orate as well. It's beautiful. It has like a lab grown diamond, I believe, in the middle of it. It's a beautiful piece. And then the rest of my stack, minus one of them, I have a stack of bracelets that I wear every single day. So one of them is Orate. And then 4 of them are actually from Ring Concierge. So if you want to go the real like non-lab grown diamond path, get Ring Concierge. They're really durable. I've actually not taken any of these bracelets off since I got them. And these 4 from Ring Concierge, I got 3 of them at the end of 2021 and one of them at the end of 3 of them at the end of 2022 and one of them at the end of 2023. And I have not taken it off since I got it. That means not only am I wearing it every single day, I sleep with it, I shower with it, I've gone into the ocean with it. These bracelets have seen everything. They have literally not left my body since I got them. So really durable, really amazing. So I would say those are all of my gift ideas. I think that this time of year is so special, so fun. I recommend more than anything to just enjoy yourself. You know, the one big reminder that I want to give to you guys when it comes to health is that I think we put a lot of pressure on ourselves where we're like, oh my gosh, you know, I had this big breakfast with my family. I may as well just not care about what I eat for the rest of the day. And then, you know, have these Pringles and then these chocolate bars and all of the things. And none of it matters anymore because I started the day with a big breakfast with my family. See, the thing is, the body doesn't work like that. Instead, it's so much better to be like, yeah, I had this big breakfast and I really enjoyed it. So, you know, let me have a little bit of a salad addition to my lunch and let me go out for a walk. You know what I mean? The attitude is so different, and you shouldn't be treating your body like a junkyard, but neither should you be approaching the holidays with such stress and restriction that you don't enjoy it. So again, I think my goal for the health and wellness part of this episode is to remind you guys that the holidays are for enjoying. You are I would also trust yourself. You know, I think building that trust muscle with wellness is really important, because if we trust ourselves, then we know that, okay, we can enjoy our lives and, you know, live and be social and be present and all of the things and have a drink and have a slice of cake and still be fine from the health and wellness perspective. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. I will be back on in December with my Glow Up series, which I'm very excited for. So I'm going to split it up into a few different parts as I always do. And happy Black Friday, happy holiday season, and I'll talk to you guys soon.